What gifts and talents are hidden within you, just waiting to be uncovered, waiting to guide you onto your path of mission? I spent the first 22 years of my life in finance as an accountant, having absolutely no idea. Well, it was probably until I was about 35, 36 when I started to realize, hold on a minute, I'm really creative when I got asked to do this project and create this video. I started tapping into all this creative energy and just receiving these ideas and seeing how I could put it all together. And to be honest with you, I was shocked by the outcome of it. I was like, I didn't know I was creative. How had I gone? Oh, God, I just love it when it does that. It's just like, yes. How have I gone 36 years of my life not knowing that inside of me was this creative person that was really tapped in to the cosmic mind, that was that had all these natural gifts and abilities to help people to heal, had this unique. I had no idea, and it started to unfold to me as I started to awaken more my spiritual path, and as I went on this deep healing journey of reconnecting back to the true soul self and starting to really reunite with that. I started to uncover more and more, and it was really sort of like maybe 3 weeks ago when I really integrated this on a deep level, when I'm creating this program Reconnect, and and I kind of created it last year, and I've been doing it with clients, and then I've created it as an online thing so I could bring more people in. As I've been doing it, I'm just like, I'm getting all these downloads, all these connections. I'm literally shown each week, right, like, bring this in by my spirit. And I just was like, oh my God, I am so creative. And I'm sorry if that sounds like really like, look at me. It's not. But it's just to say that I was just like in this like, wow, I had all these skills and gifts, and nowhere in the first half of my life was that even seen. It wasn't nurtured, because the first half of our life we are nurtured to go inwards and find the true self. But to be honest with you, it's part of the divine plan anyway, because you're going to start to realize, and I started to realize as I woke up to the true self, as I started connecting to my true self, to my true gifts and talents. Now, it's not that you don't have to do any refining of those skills, right? We have these gifts, skills, and talents that we bring in from our other lives, and we have a mission. I believe we've got a mission inside of us, and the second half of our life we move through this time capsule where this mission starts to come online, and we start to rediscover. It's when we start to rediscover the true self, we start to rediscover our gifts and talents. We still have to do work and take action to bring them back into this life, but we find that we've got a natural aptitude from that. It's much easier probably for me to do what I do than it would be, say, for you to do what I do, because that is my unique gifts and talents. But you also have your unique gifts and talents, which I would say you unless you are on that path right now, you may not even realize what they are. You may be doing a job and feeling like, the job that I did, it was okay, right? I had a good job, as in like it was successful when you define success as money and working like a slave. I was successful. I worked like a slave and I got money for working like a slave. So under those terms, I appeared successful, but inside I was dying. Inside my soul was just like, ah. And I knew that my biggest fear would have been waking up in 10 years and still doing that job. I knew in my mind, I was like, in my heart, I'm not going to be doing this for 10 years. It might be good money. I might be able to keep working my way up, but that to me seemed like working my way up to hell rather than to heaven. I didn't see that as a good thing, because inside, obviously, I knew there was something else. I didn't realize it at the time, but it led me on this path to rediscover the true self. And I realize now that nothing is wasted, right? I realize I'm seeing everything that I've been through in the first half of my life, all the skills that I've developed, everything that I've been through is there to help me on my mission now, so that I can do what I'm here to do, which is help people heal, reconnect back to the true self. And I've realized and connect to their mission, because I believe everyone's got this divine mission. And I can see that the way that I bring my unique flavor of healing, my gifts and talents, is very much, I'm using a lot of visual art. I use a lot of visuals trigger a lot of information. They activate codes within us. I get downloads of these. We're going on adventures. We're going on an inner adventure. I like to adventure when I go into my inner world. So we're not only just connecting into source, which we are, which is so powerful, and we're healing inside, but we're also having a little adventure while we're there. We're changing the architecture of our divine temple, and we're creating a new structure. We're literally going back to the future to rearrange the past, to change our future. And I'm using I'm creating these presentations now. I did presentations in finance and I absolutely hate doing presentations, but now I love it. It turns me on, excites me. I get all these messages. I go look at something and I'm like, wow, I get all this information, and it's so exciting because even for me, while I'm doing this, I'm integrating on a whole new level every time I do this program. So I'm getting more and more, I'm going deeper and deeper in new stuff, and it's so exciting. But I see how the first half of my life was perfect. It's exactly the experiences that I needed to go through in order to do what I'm doing now. So nothing is wasted. But I do believe the first half of our life we are undercover. But we are so undercover, right? So undercover that we don't even realize we are undercover until we do, and we start to wake up. So it just makes me wonder if you aren't on that path, if you are living like I was doing this, I was a leader, I had a great job, I was a leader, but it wasn't my, and I've moved over. Now I realise that part of my mission is not only to help people heal, but it's actually to help leaders find what is their mission, because you might be a good leader. I was a good leader, and I was great at my job, and you may be all those things, but you may be thinking, but it's not really fulfilling me. It's not really turning me on. It's not really exciting me. I don't get out of bed and think I can't wait. In fact, I dread it sometimes, or I just think, oh God, here we go again. That was me. Then you are still probably meant to be a leader, right? But a leader in mission. All of those, I realised all those skills were actually giving me the skills to move into mission, where I could be a leader in my mission space as well, where I would use those skills to help other leaders to connect to their mission so that they may then use those skills and move into mission. I do believe the second half of our life is all about moving into mission. The easiest way to do that is to reconnect back to the soul. The soul, it holds our divine blueprint. It holds the keys and the coordinates. And as we start going on that reconnection back to soul, which is a deeply profound healing journey that we go on, which I make fun and interactive and creative, because that's how I connect to source. That is my unique gifts and talents. Then it starts to unfold for us, just like it unfolded for me. The journey that I take people on is the journey that I have been on, and I've embodied the truth of it. And I know that just as I have started to wake up and realize I've moved from working into mission, and now I get up and I'm excited to get up. In fact, sometimes I don't even want to go to bed, and I love to sleep because I'm so creative. I've got so many ideas, creations coming to me, and I'm waking up with joy again, and I'm seeing the world through true eyes, true sight. And I do believe that I'm here to help other people to connect to what it is that lights them up, like this lights me up. And that's how I contribute. What lights you up, I as we go back to the soul will lead us to that. So then you can then move into your mission, and everything that you've had in the first half of your life, well, it's not wasted. And you actually see that as we go on this journey. So my question is, what is inside of you? What gifts and talents inside of you that are just waiting to be uncovered?